Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the new topic, that is male reproductive system. We will see the various parts of male reproductive system along with its function. Let us continue. As you people are knowing that when we talk about the fertilization, both male and female reproductive systems are going to be connected together and they are going to be lectured to the sex cells, and the male reproductive system is going to develop the sperm and the female reproductive system is going to develop the oocytes. The process of reproduction will be carried out by the help of meiosis. By the first division, one cell is going to divide into two, and by the second division, it is going to divide into four. See the structure, children. This is a typical structure of male reproductive organ. As you can see, we will start from testes. Testes is generally one spherical shaped cell structure and it is covered with scrotum, that is a muscular tissue which is present just to cover that one, and it will provide the nourishment to it, and it is a hanging form little bit far away from that particular testis. Then children, head of the pelvis is there. This pelvis is basically responsible for the removal of urine as well as it is responsible for the removal of your semen also. Then erectile tissues are there. This is generally filled with blood and it will make the pelvis in erect position. That is, one proper position is going to be maintained by that. Then vasa diaphragm. Vasa diaphragm is the muscular tissue. They will be responsible of ejaculation of the testes from the testes to the pelvis, so that during the copulation that particular testes, that is the sperms, are going to be migrate from the male reproductive organ to the female reproductive organ. Some glands are also present. That glands are basically responsible for the liberation of your semen. Semen is children generally alkaline in nature because they consist of fructose and they are present for the nourishment purpose, and they can live for 4 to 5 days in the female vagina. Then urethra. Urethra generally children, it carries the sperm and it will ejaculation to the urethra of the body. From the urethra, the ejaculation process will be carried out in the pelvis, and by the help of pelvis, it will move further. Okay, children. I hope this diagram is clear. Okay. And with the help of this particular labeling, you can easily understand and you can easily remember the function of it. Let's see the function of various parts. The first one is your testis. Testis is generally two in number, children. In single form, it is known as your testicle. In singular form, it is known as your testicle. And generally, it is two in number. So, when we talk about the one, it will be known as your testicle. Children, what they will produce? They will release various types of hormones, such as your androgen, testosterone, which causes both physical as well as physiological changes in the male. Then, scrotum, that is present outside the testis, and it is a protective agent which helps to protect the testis. Then umbilical vesicles, this will be responsible for the secretion of fluid inside the sperm, and they will provide the nourishment to the sperm for survival purpose. It is sticky in nature. Next one is your prostate gland. This prostate gland, it secretes the sebum and it will activate the sperms to migrate from one place to another. Then next one you see children, sperm duct. This sperm duct is basically responsible to liberate the sperm from testis to the urethra. Urethra is also known as your urinary bladder because it carries the urine and it also responsible for the liberation of the sperm from the outside body to the particular female body. Then sebum and urine is going to be passed by the help of your urethra, and it is at different time. At a time it can't be possible to pass. Pelvis. Pelvis is the place where the sebum is liberated as well as the urine is also going to be liberated out. Children, some more functions of the reproductive organ of male reproduction. Prostate gland. This is a smooth muscles during the urethral ejaculation is going to take place, and they consist of large quantity of your blood. Okay, children. And if their development is not done in a proper manner, then they may cause the prostate cancer. Then the erectile tissue. They are generally going to be become enlarged, and it is full of your blood. Then seminical vesicles. This generally children consist of fructose, which will be responsible for the sperm for the survival purpose as it is providing the nourishment. It also consists of a sticky-like material which is responsible for the sperm to stick with the cervix of the females. Then urinary tract or urethra that will be responsible for the passage of the urine. Next important thing is children, see the bulbourethral gland, or it is also known as your copper gland, which is basically alkaline in nature, and it will be responsible for pre-ejaculated neutralization as well as it will be acidic in nature. Okay, children. Then see children, seminiferous tubule, they will be responsible for the sperm development and generally produce million or million numbers of sperm at a time. Various types of hormones are also going to be produced, such as your testosterone. That hormone is responsible for the proper development of your testes. Okay, children. Then scrotum. This scrotum children, as I said already, they are the skin connected. And when we talk about the skin connected tissue, slightly it will be away from the body, and it consists of your temperature that will be lower than 3 degrees Celsius. Suppose your body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, so it will be your 34 degrees Celsius. Then at a meanwhile children, it will be responsible for the proper sperm development. This is the TS structure of your testes. Important children, though the labeling is not clear, the first one is your serotonin cells that is present in that particular sperm. Then next one is your spermatides. These spermatides, they are going to be liberated out in the cell trial. From there it will be passed out. Then secondary spermatide, first will divide into primary spermatide, then secondary spermatide, then it will go to the serotonin cells and it will be liberated out. Then spermatogonia. Spermatogonia is the place by which the cells are going to be nourished. Then Leydig cells are there, and your basal membrane is there.